Good morning, baseball way of lifers, and welcome to our first of 30 baseball team previews. Today, we highlight the 2021 Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes, they are looking for a family this year. They need some help. Long gone are such stalwarts as Josh Bell. Who else is gone? Oh, I can go right down the list, huh? Garrett Cole, Andrew McCutchen, Sterling Marte, Joe Musgrove, Jameson Tyone. Uh, but that's what Pittsburgh's got to do this year. I guess they have to retool, start from scratch, and let's get the ball rolling again. It's going to be a tough road ahead for sure. I hate to be the predictor of doom and gloom. If there's one team I would say would lose 100 games this year, it would have to be the Pittsburgh Pirates. Uh, the old challenge is for most baseball fans, maybe even Pirate fans, if you don't follow the team that closely, is can you name five Pittsburgh Pirates? It's that tough. It's basically a who's who of players, and it'll be interesting to see what they have to offer. We did get a glimpse last year of Cabron Hayes. He's very exciting. Is there unlimited potential with him? Uh, I would hope so for Pittsburgh fans' sake. Uh, and I hope to see him on a regular basis when I watch Pirate games this year. That'll be one reason to tune in. But as far as all the other players, I really don't know who's on the team, and I'm going to need some help, and I'll need a roster sheet beside me. But it's a shame because Pittsburgh is a good sports town without a doubt. And before big money came around, and I guess Dan Nutting tightened the purse strings, and I think he is turning a profit with this organization, which kind of makes it sad. But I would like to see the Pirates do well. I have some Pirate blood in my lineage. My father grew up near the Pittsburgh area as a youngster. He was a Pirate fan. He came to the New York area, became a Met fan when I became a Met fan, but in his heart, he was always a Pirate fan. Uh, Ralph Kiner was his man, and there were a few other players he always spoke of. The Wainers were always high on his list. Uh, so in my heart, I always root for Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh is the small market team that I root for because of my dad. And to be honest with you, it seemed like Pittsburgh people are just cool folk. They have the best ballpark out there. I haven't been there yet. I know people who have gone. And last year, if it wasn't for the strike, I had intended to go to see the Metropolitans play in Pittsburgh last year in September. So I don't know what the situation entails this year with COVID, but in the next couple of years, I do want to go to Pittsburgh. For me, it's about a 6-hour drive, and it'll be well worth it. And I just want to spend the weekend out in Pittsburgh and soak it all in. Now, as far as the Pirates are concerned, what can you say? There are a lot of. I'm looking at when I look down sometimes, I'm looking at my cheat sheet because I don't have all this memorized. But I'm looking here, and they won the second fewest games in the National League last year in the strike year. They scored the fifth fewest runs, and a pitching staff, they gave up the second most runs. So where do you begin from there? It's just tough. It's tough to rebuild with those kind of numbers, no matter who you have coming onto the team. Clint Hurdle, who was a baseball lifer through and through, is now gone. He is no longer the manager. And I did like Clint, but obviously you can't lose year after year, no matter how good a manager you are. Neil Huntington was gone. He's cut loose. Maybe that's a few hand claps I hear in the background from the Pirate fans who are members of the group. And even club president Frank Connolly was cut loose. So they did some house cleaning there. So it really does look like this is a rebuild. Now, rebuilds can work or they may not work. You don't want it to be the Cleveland Indians in Major League where they're intentionally losing. I don't think that's the case. I think there is a market to support Pittsburgh baseball. And if patience is a virtue, then Pirate fans have had it now for the longest time. It was so exciting when they made the wild card run a few years back. That stadium rocked, and it shows what the potential is for that ballpark in that city. when the Pirates are a winning team. So it's going to be a long, arduous process, but I think the Pirate fans just need to be patient and things will work out for them. So Travis Williams is now the president of the Pirates. He had a stint with the Penguins and one with the Islanders. Ben Cherington is now the GM after successful stints in Boston and Toronto. Hopefully some of his magic can rub off on the ball club. And Derek Shelton is the new manager. He climbed through the coaching ranks and worked his way up the organization. And those are the kind of guys I always like to see succeed, so I wish him the best. And he's probably the right man for the job because he has Pirate blood in him and probably has the patience to go through this process. So hopefully things work out for Blake. The club did sign Luke Maye, Andrew Suzak, and John Ryan Murphy. They failed to find a buyer for Chris Archer, and he had the worst season of his career in 2020, and they didn't pick up his option. I think Chris just needs another change of scenery, and hopefully Tampa Bay, with the rotation they have there, where they just come in and throw 4 or 5 innings, he can just let it loose and be himself, and hopefully get the Tampa Bay success that he had back in his blood. Sterling Marte is now a Diamondback. It looks like they got 2 good prospects in the deal, so hopefully one of those pans out. Liover Peguero and Brennan Malone. Forgive me if I don't pronounce these names correctly for you guys who are diehard Pirate fans. I haven't verbally heard these names spoken by other people. I've just been doing research, and these is the way I would pronounce it, so I could be totally wrong. I don't know, so please be patient. So it looks like the rebuild is going to be through the farm system, and that's going to be a good thing. I believe the quickest way to success is to have your homegrown talent prosper and then develop, and then you build your franchise with additions once you have that homegrown talent assessed and playing well in the lineup. Well, what's my prediction for the Pirates as far as this year is concerned? I hate to say it, they're in the right division, so the record may not be as bad as we originally thought, but I do think that they could lose 100 games, but they are in the right division to experience growing pains. And just looking at the roster here, the lineup is Adam Frazier. He looks like an average second baseman. 403 slugging percentage, 320 on base percentage. Not sure how far you're going to go with him in the lineup. LeBron Hayes is the one with the unlimited potential. He's got speed. He's got power. I guess his on-base percentage numbers could improve a little bit, as well as his slugging percentage, but with time, he just needs the right guidance and the right coaching. At first base, Colin Moran, I'm hearing a lot of good things about him. So he was acquired in a trade from Houston in 2018. So it looks like he's going to be a big cog in the lineup, probably in the number 3 hole. Brian Reynolds, they're pretty high on him. Again, these guys can hit home runs. I mean, not that much power, but good enough power. And like I said, the thing that's hurting the Pirates is a lot of these guys in the lineup aren't projected to have good on-base percentage, and their slugging percentages aren't high. So it looks like Pittsburgh's going to be a team, if they're in a collective slump, that can be pitched to. And when they do score, it's going to be a collective effort where 3 or 4 bats are going to have to be smoking at the same time. Gregory Polanco, familiar name. He'll be in there as always. Anthony Alford, center field. Jacob Stallings is the catcher. And Kevin Newman is the shortstop. Now, it's going to be rough. This lineup is not easy on the eyes. So I guess if you're a Pirate fan, you're just going to enjoy watching the other teams come in and play the Pirates. The bench, I'll run through the names: Dustin Fowler, Michael Perez, Todd Frazier, the Todd father. Hey, there's one name I recognize, the Todd father. He's hanging on. He's a good guy to have in the clubhouse, so he'll be fun and keep it loose for him. Phillip Evans and Eric Gonzalez. The starting pitching, let's see who we got here. Doesn't look too good either. Stephen Brault, Chad Kuhl, Tyler Anderson, Mitch Keller, and JT Brubaker. None of these guys actually look like they're going to be that good. All their projected ERAs are over 4 for the year. So it's going to be a long haul. In the bullpen, Richard Rodriguez, Chris Stratton, Michael Felice, Kyle Crick, Chasen Shreve, David Bednar, Carson Fulmer, and Luis Oviedo. Again, guys who are just trying to make a name for themselves with the Pirates this year. Hopefully they can do something. So it's going to be tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'd like to see the Pirates do well. Their tradition, they've been in the National League all these years. But all I can say is patience, friends, patience. Going over some of the Pittsburgh Pirates history, now there's something more positive to spin on. They have 5 World Series titles. They've won 9 pennants. They've had 9 division titles. They've had 3 wild card berths. Their overall record is above 500. Despite all these lean years, the last couple of decades or so, they have 10,574 wins, 10,446 losses. They've had 2 100-win seasons in their history and 8 100-loss seasons in their history. Their franchise leaders, Pops with the home runs with 475, Honest Wagner with 1,521 runs, Roberto Clemente with an even 3,000 hits. RBIs is Willie Stargell, 1,540. Walks is Wilbur Cooper with 202. Wins, I should say, wins. Walks, what am I talking about? Strikeouts is Bob Friend with 1,682. And saves, Elroy Face, depending on who you're talking to, with 186. So the history is there for the Pirates. And it may be a rough year here, but hopefully they're on their way to rewriting some more history. Like I said, it's going to be tough because I hardly know any Pirates. I'm a diehard Pirate fan. So it'll be interesting. If you love a challenge, you'll enjoy watching the Pirates this year. And I would like to see the city support the team. Maybe they'll give the investors and owners in the ball club some incentive to do what they can to make it a winning ball club going forward. That's it for the Pirate preview. Tomorrow looks like I'll be doing the Texas Rangers. From deep in the heart of New Jersey, I'll be doing the Texas Rangers review. If you like this review, hit like. If you don't like it, give it the thumbs down. If you have comments, please give a few comments. And please subscribe to these podcasts. I shouldn't say podcast, YouTube casts. That way you'll be alerted every time one pops up. Not all these are going to be on the Baseball Group of Life sites. These team-by-team season previews are going to be just here on the channel, so look forward to them. And like I said, tomorrow will be the Rangers. And again, thanks to everyone for being in the group. And thanks for watching these. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.